Welcome back to First Impressions, a show that recently got a redesign. Look at these new thumbnails. But this is a show where I listen to a musical and I give you my first impressions. It's not a hard concept to grasp. Today I'm talking about Emojiland, and I'll be honest, I've had this musical on my list of videos to do since about May, and I just kept pushing it back. Now forgive me for saying this, but you can't really blame me for not wanting to listen to Emojiland. It's a concept that's been made fun of a lot because of the Emoji Movie. You know, the thought of an emoji musical was very similar to when we first heard about the SpongeBob musical. You picture the worst instantly. But I mean, the SpongeBob musical did end up being good, and I had heard decent things about Emojiland, but there was still something in the back of my mind just that kept saying, no, don't watch it, you don't want to watch it yet, no. But it was doing very well. It got a off-Broadway run, which was very impressive, and then got extended and only closed because 2020 wanted to be 2020. And I guess I just kept pushing back on making a video because I didn't want to be the one that said it was awful. Despite a lot of my videos, I do like to be positive on my channel, because I know that even with musicals I don't particularly like, there are still artists behind it who spend a lot of their lives and a lot of their time working on it. But I have now listened to the Emoji musical, and my first impressions are, it's fine, it's okay, it's good, yeah, it's good, it's fine. It's not offensive, it's not bad, it's got an alright plot, some decent songs, I guess. It's not groundbreaking, but I can see why some people like it. And I mean, just being decent for Emojiland the musical is a miracle. But what I don't understand is why. Now, sticking true to the title of this show, as I always do with these musicals, is I've only listened to the cast album. I've listened to it once, and that's it. I have not seen the full show, so a lot of this is just my first impressions, and they are obviously open to discussion, open to criticism, from fans and critics alike. So that comment section is open if you want to debate, or if you want to, you know, lend a helping hand. Don't be mean. Don't be mean, I don't want to cry later, but... The website of Emojiland, once you've scrolled past the several warnings that say that this is not the Emoji Movie musical, and don't worry, it's not Emoji Movie, please do not link us to the Emoji Movie, we're different, we aren't the Emoji Movie, please watch us. The website states that Emojiland is an electric ensemble piece about a diverse community of archetypes who take each other at face value. So it's about stereotypes, but if you think about it, that's the plot of the Emoji Movie. Gene is a meh emoji, but he feels more than just the emotion that he's meant to feel. Smiles is a happy emoji, but she feels sad inside, which is more than the emotion that she's meant to be. But unlike the Emoji Movie, that one little plot detail isn't the full thing. Because as it states in that plot description, it's an ensemble piece. And it focuses on a wide range of emojis who aren't who they're perceived to be. There's a princess who doesn't want a prince. A skull who just wants to be deleted. Lesbians. And this does play to the musical's strengths and weaknesses. There's a very finite story you can tell with characters who are just based on little icons, which is why they have to play into stereotypes and then break these stereotypes in the show. And I mean, that's the reason that the Emoji Movie fails so badly. And while Emojiland is like a million times better, the multitude of characters and story beats can make the show feel a little bit cluttered. Or maybe that's just what I felt listening to the cast album. Maybe watching the whole show, there's not that same kind of element to it. But then again, there's still characters in there that I did find quite endearing, and I found myself attached to, like Smize, Nerdface, Skull, Princess, Lesbians. So, despite how much I may say I don't like this, it's not as big of a problem that I'm making it out to be. then what is my criticism about Emojiland? The music, for the most part, is all pretty good. There's some absolutely great songs that, you know, I would listen to non-ironically. As a massive fan of set design, I think the set of Emojiland is absolutely amazing. When you picture a set for a world set inside your phone on stage, this is exactly what I was expecting, with all the boxes and, you know, the smart screen right in the middle. It's quite a clever little concept and works, and the costumes are all great as well. The performances are all absolutely amazing because, you know, it's got a really strong cast, especially Lucas Steele from The Great Comet of 1812. That man has pipes of gold. And honestly, he's singing about being a skull, and I'm like, go for it, king! King! And the story, while it's not, you know, War and Peace, and I do have a few criticisms, it works in context, and it's alright, it's fun to follow. So why am I so reluctant to say that it's good? The best comparison is to SpongeBob, and that's a musical that I thought was going to be, you know, absolute hot garbage, but then it turned out to be really good and really interesting, and I've praised it multiple times on my channel. So why am I reluctant to do the same about Emojiland, at least on a first listening? Maybe it's the fact that I don't know why. When a musical is made, you're always trying to tell a story, first and foremost, and if you're not trying to tell a story, it's quite obvious. Best example, the Mean Girls musical. That, while people do like it, and I can understand that, it was made for money. And with Emojiland, I don't know why they've made it. I don't think it was made for money. I really don't. It doesn't give me that sense of, you know, money-hungry execs sitting behind a chair going, yes, everyone will come to see our show because it's got emojis in it. Because after we've seen the Emoji Movie, we know that that's simply not the case. Is it something more realistic then? Is it to teach kids? Is it to teach kids to look past stereotypes? Well, yes, maybe, but then there's also a song in there called Princess is a Bitch. So you've already gone in there in one of your song titles and cut out one of your main demographics. And I mean, adults are going to be reluctant to go because what are they going to pick? Hamilton or Les Mis or Emojiland the musical? So why are you making it? Who is it for? And this really gets on my nerves because it's good. Like, no matter how much I don't want to say it, Emojiland is good. I have my problems, and there are things that, you know, I feel would have been workshopped through if they made it past the off-Broadway stage. And it's not a bad show in the least, and has many points that go in its favour, like performances, the songs, the costumes, the set. But in the back of my mind, whenever I'm watching it or listening to it, watching a trailer or looking at clips or looking at photos, there's always that thing in the back of my mind asking why. Why do we need this? Who is this for? And the question I ask at the end of every episode of First Impressions is, would I recommend it? And I would recommend Emojiland, I really would. I mean, I do have my problems, and I hate the fact that there is now a musical theatre song called Pile of Poo, so thank you for that. But there is definitely a lot of heart to it. And it's a little bit of fun. If you enjoyed the SpongeBob musical, you'll most definitely enjoy this. But I know Emojiland has a big fan base, and theatre is what? Subjective! So leave your opinions in the comments down below. Do you think it's a good show? Do you think it needs a little bit more work? Do you think it should have gone to Broadway? I don't, but maybe you will. It feels like one of those shows that would work really well in, like, New World stages off Broadway. And with a little bit of work, a little bit of playing around with it, I feel like it could be a really good show. And maybe I just need to watch it to really get into it. But if you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribing. I make music theatre content every single week. On screen right now, some links to some of my other videos, including all the past episodes of First Impressions. But that's it for me today, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!